All right. I see that many students do complain of physics. They complain that they're not good in physics and how to be good in physics. Somebody even complained to me that he's like, sir, I understand a little bit of chemistry, but the physics, I don't seem to understand it like that. So what can I do? So I decided to create this video just to put you guys in step on how to be good in physics. Now, if you want to be good in physics, if you are finding difficult in physics, if you are having one or two difficulties in physics, the only thing you can do is the first thing is what? To master the basics first. I see that physics is built just like a house. If you have a house built on a weak foundation, then the house will collapse. But if you have a house that is built on a strong foundation, then the house will stand and withstand the test of time. So it's just like the more time you invest in your chemistry, in your biology, and other, you have to also do that in physics. And apart from the time, you have to start building a foundation in physics so that you have a solid foundation that will not collapse. So that is the first thing. Make sure you master the basics first. All the basics, the basic thing, the first thing you're supposed to know in physics, then you master them. Like, okay, let me give you an example. If you're talking about something like units and measurements, I think that's the scalar and vector quantities. Simple topics like motion, speed, velocity, acceleration, forces, law of motion. You don't need to rush all these topics. All these topics are the topics that you need to spend more time on, because these topics are the foundation. Units and measurement, scalar and vectors, motion, forces, law of motion, all these things, all these topics, you need to look at fundamental quantities, derived quantities, units, scalars, which on the scalars, on the vectors, be able to differentiate between both of them. When you see all the units, you're able to differentiate. Then talk about force and the unit of some of these things. Force, law of motion, don't rush them. Just make sure that you start them slowly and you begin to rush and begin to take some step as you go higher and higher. Then another thing to be very good in physics, if you notice that you are having difficulties or you're having challenges in physics, is to make sure that you understand before memorizing. Never cram. You don't need to cram formulas in physics. Some people just cram formula blindly. No. What does this formula mean? Where does it come from? Instead of memorizing it, or like F equals to ma, forces causes change in motion. And if you relate it to practical applications at home, maybe like you talk about football field, talking about kitchen, talking about cooking, talking about your area, then you understand. You might somebody is talking about force and you're not relating the force. You're not relating it to some of the things you do at home, outside, the school compound. Just just make sure that you understand before memorizing. Understand each of all these topics and what they do on the outside. Like chemistry, when we talk about, okay, if I'm talking about a particular chemistry topic in chemistry, I relate it to some of the things we can find in our house, in our homes, in clinic, in hospitals, in industry. So you will get it. So the same thing, also use that formula for the physics and you understand. So like F equals to mb, what does it mean? What is force? What is the unit of force? What is the mass, the acceleration? What is the acceleration itself before the mass? So all those things you have to. Now then you also need to learn the real life example. Like I said, physics is everywhere. Throwing a ball, driving a car, projectile motion, switching of a fan and electricity, pumping a tire and pressure. The more you relate physics to everyday life, the easier it becomes. I was teaching somebody about time in physics, and we have different type of time. If you cannot time mechanics, time studying time, calculation of time from stopwatch, analog, digital, and others. So if you cannot relate it to something that is very easier, real life examples, then you might be having difficulty. So if you want to be very good in physics, if you know you want to pass physics very well, you don't want to cram, you just want to be very good when it comes to physics questions, jam questions, WIAC, NECO, any kind of A-level exams, then approach it with real life examples, relate them to real life examples, and that is how you do it. Then also look at practice calculations daily. Physics is all about calculation. I don't think there is any. We have more questions in physics and calculation than just theory. Like in chemistry, we have more theoretical areas than some calculation. But this one is just basically calculation and other theoretical aspects. So what you do is that practice all those calculations daily. Physics is not a theory alone. Solve at least 5 to 7 questions daily. They also start from simple questions, start from motion, start from scalars, then move to exam standard, and practice makes the formula stick naturally. The more you the more you rehearse, the more you solve questions, the more you read, the more you look at, get familiar with some of these formulas, then the more you get better. So that is physics for you. You have to practice all the calculations every time, every day. Solve the question. Even if you are writing internal exams in your school, the only thing you have to read, then look at some exam. Even in fact, you can even generate some questions on your own apart from the examples given to you. You can generate, and now we have different. We have Google. You can generate some questions and answer some of all those things. Then you have to draw diagrams neatly. There are so many diagrams. The diagrams help you understand the questions faster, and some score extra marks are given to good diagrams. So always draw your line, like the first line, label them, use ruler. Don't use, like, this is not biology when you use your hand. This is physics. You use ruler when possible and label them clearly. So when you draw your diagrams neatly, it gives you an edge. It's easier and it's very good. And so I also learn from mistakes. Don't fear wrong answer. If your answer is wrong, at least after every test, after reading, after practicalizing it, or probably after you attempt a question and you failed, then you have to learn. Check what's wrong, correct it immediately, write the correct method. Mistakes are teachers and not enemies. Mistakes will let you know that, oh, you are one step ahead. When you make mistake, the better than writing exams and failing. So if you know that you are not so good in physics, then you learn from your mistakes. When you make mistakes, it means you have attempted it. So that is what you are going to do. Then use the right materials. Most times you have graph, your school textbook, WAEC and NECO past question, educational videos, simple explanation. Then many people, I saw someone with too many books. It can cause confusion for you. If you have too many books, you have so many things you want to include, then that can cause confusion. That is not good enough. Just use the recommended books from the school, by the state, maybe like federal government or Lagos State. So choose the one that the WAEC standard, the NECO standard. Then check your JAMB past questions or JAMB scheme of work. You see the recommended textbooks there. One or two, then be a lot of past questions. You see. Then there are some educational videos that cannot go. So if you don't know, in order not to be confused, then you have to look at that. Then the basic thing about physics, learning physics, is to be consistent. This is the secret. You have to be consistent. Study physics 30 minutes every day. It's better than 5 hours once in a week. Little by little gives you big improvements. If you want to improve in physics, if you want to be good at physics, you want to do physics and pass physics, WAEC, NECO, exams, any kind of exams you want to write, and which physics is one of the subjects, you have to be consistent with physics. I see that many students are now having issues with physics. So you don't have to have issues with physics. You have to be consistent. The more consistent you are, then the more better it is. So physics is not hard. People say physics is not hard, but with patience, practice, and the right approach, you will pass it. So that's the idea for you. Practice, be consistent, check the right material, the right approach, then diagrams, make sure the diagram is good, use right materials clearly. If it's graph you want to use, make the graph very neat, then read. I said there are so many calculations there. Look at the formula, relate this formula to life experience, life issues, something around, then that is that. So it's not something difficult. I believe if you have other ways that have worked for you or what makes you very good at physics, you can drop it in the comment box so every one of us can learn. Thank you. See you in our next video.